I am Abiola Jackson. This is the Entertainment News and Celebrity Gossip TV for Wednesday, May the 14th in Entertainment News. Let's go back down memory lane to a year ago. This old clip has resurfaced of Joe Budden claiming that Meg Thee Stallion shooting helped set up Tory Lanez, and I'm sure others felt the same way at that time. Not only Joe Budden, but others. But in particular, let's listen to Joe Budden's response to this. Let's go back memory lane to a year ago on what he had said from the past to the present to what's happening now. Well, let's go back there. Let's take you back there, just in case you guys forgot. This is Joe Budden a year ago. Looks like his prediction and other predictions on this seem to be holding water. We'll let you hear what he has to say. We'll take you back there right now.
Involved have reason to lie.
True.
Everybody there has reason to lie. Mm-hmm. So I'm not really going with who do I trust more. I'm just going with nigga thoughts. For real. What is more likely? Tory leaves the studio, goes to Kylie Jenner's house, is having a blast, think he about to get the foursome popping off. Meg gets jailed. We know how they got in the car. What's more likely? That Tory was just so angered in that car that he took Kelsey's gun and shot her? Because there's a few people that, listen, some people know whose gun it was. Like, listen, that part, I can't share how. We know whose gun it was. So he took her gun and shot her. Why? Why was he so mad? Because that's the scary part. That's back to that.
See? Budden already knew ahead of time. He already suspected ahead of time what was going on. I'm sure, like I said, not only Budden, but I'm sure others suspected the same kind of thing that Budden suspected. That we all know whose weapon it was. He's not going to say, obviously. He doesn't want to get any further than that, but he doesn't want to say. But he did trigger an individual. We'll get to that later on. He did trigger somebody. That's the ironic thing about it. Didn't say who it was, whose gun it was, but he did trigger somebody. We're going to get to that in a minute. Let's continue.
That whole man versus bear in the wood shit. Y'all think a man is just shooting a girl for no reason? Give me the reason. Because the only reason we got was I said that I had more number ones than him.
I shit on his career.
You telling me that the
male
black
ego's a motherfucker.
No, it ain't that much of a motherfucker.
Yeah,
it ain't that much. Or what's more believable? Two people that was running around as best friends, new in the music industry. One gets COVID, comes back, finds out her best friend is fucking the nigga that she is fucking on,
and they drunk and high. That's the other piece of it.
And this nigga just was about to get some Kylie Jenner ass. We just left there. We made him leave. Hey, get out the pool. Come on, you come with us. That guy is shooting. No, that guy wants to go back. That guy wants to leave y'all and double back to Kylie Jenner's house.
Even if he's drunk and high, and his ego's been bruised, and he's angry. I mean, people do crazy shit. Jails are filled with people that make irrational decisions.
That's true. But you believe that is more likely than the girl situation.
I don't think they necessarily compete in stories. The beef could have started with them going at it. It could have been her gun.
If it starts there, then how does Tory end up in shooting somebody?
Again, male ego get bruised, disrespect, frustration, high, drunk, not all the way sane. Any of these things, I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying all this.
I believe he's ill-tempered.
Yeah.
I do believe he's ill-tempered.
I've seen niggas get shot for, and I'm sure y'all have something for less than that.
I've never seen a celebrity do it.
That's fair.
I've never seen a celebrity shoot somebody for less. People that have a lot.
See, at that time, Budden brought up a good point. You never seen a celebrity shoot for less. That's a very good point. Excellent point by Joe Budden. Never. I'm sure other people, like I said, aside from Joe Budden, thought the same thing too. But he did bring up a good point. Let's continue.
Going on. He had a lot going on. One of the hottest artists out now, not as successful as her at the time. But I'm pressed to believe
rappers do time.
I really just don't think that all of that is being taken into account in this heated moment, like you said, that is fueled by drugs and alcohol.
But in the heated moment, why is Tory heated?
I got one number one, and you might do that.
Somebody tell me why Tory Lanez will be heated in that moment. I popped you. I'm the one that want to tell about it.
Well, I can certainly see him being very annoyed. I still think that it wasn't necessarily him intentionally shooting. If he did, in fact, was the person that pulled the trigger, I think it was a
just
scuffle.
recklessness.
It was a bunch of
and
fucking,
recklessness.
Or maybe shot at the
Scuffle.
ground and just actually,
Yeah.
Scuffle and recklessness is still different than he shot me, which has been my beef with Meg this entire time.
It was like Budden nailed it. Wow. Big difference right there. Let's rewind that back. You're running it right back to listen to that again.
and just actually,
Yeah.
and actually
Scuffle and recklessness is still different than he shot me, which has been my beef with Meg this entire time.
Gotcha.
why would
Scuffle and recklessness is different from he shot me at that time. That's a good point there by Budden. Good one. That's a good one. Man, I tell you, Budden and others, they knew what was going on. They knew what was up. Budden and other people that thought the same way as Budden, they weren't fooled. they weren't fooled at all, man. These guys, got to give those guys their cigars. Got to give them their cigars. Them and others that knew what was going on, they weren't fooled at all. Let's continue.
would she make it up? Well, seriously, I mean,
Well, first of all, I think it's above her. I don't think she made it up.
okay.
It's above her. She's a mere pawn in this. This play is greater than her. She didn't make nothing up. I ain't gonna say who I think made it up,
Okay.
but it wasn't her.
Okay.
And who set the play to make sure it gets out that way and stays that way.
Yeah. Like, actually, niggas out there know who it is. I ain't saying it on
I'm
my
not
broadcast.
saying that shit.
But I know exactly who it is. I know how that gun got there. I know who gun it was. And I thought it was weird that the last time we talked about this shit, Kelsey jumped in my DM talking about, hey, don't talk about this no more. Why? You got immunity. That's odd. It's just odd.
See? Like Budden stole my thunder. Because I was just about to say, Budden says she got immunity. But that same Kelsey, this Kelsey chick, this Kelsey Harris chick, Kelsey Harris. This is the chick who got triggered by Budden. Now I'm going to go to the vibe.com. Vibe.com. Right here. Vibe.com. This is a year ago. Kelsey Harris speaks out after Joe Budden insinuates Tory Lanez was set up in the shooting case. And like Budden said, you're impugnated. I think that's the word he used. So, but still, he felt she was triggered. She was triggered to the point by saying, "But let's remember, my name was cleared by both parties involved." This is on her Instagram. Then she goes on to say this. Check this out. She goes on to say at the bottom here. She says, right at the bottom here. She goes, this is Wednesday, July 31st, a year ago. Harris wrote on her ex, that's Kelsey Harris. It's easy to get lost in the media. But let's remember my name was cleared by both parties involved. Stay tuned. And that was her ex-friend, Meg Thee Stallion's ex-friend. And at that time, she maintained her innocence. And she was granted immunity. See? So she maintained her innocence after all that. And from what Budden said, she got triggered. So when she got triggered, Budden, I believe Budden and others were suspected that there's some sort of guilt on her, some sort of guilt conscience on her, for her to react like that. I know Budden and others like Budden, like I said, they felt a certain way, or they felt some sort of guilt that she had. But obviously, Bud didn't come out and say. He's not going to say. But obviously, it's pretty obvious the way she reacted to what Budden said on his podcast, right? So this is her here. Now she changed her name to Kelsey Nicole. It's the same chick, the same woman. So check this out here, guys. We're on her Instagram now. This is her here. She's a single mom now. Single mom. This is her right here. Single mom. That's her right there. That's her. That's her right there. Kelsey Nicole. And this is what she does now. This is before all this. I guess she used this. She's using this kind of thing here. She says Kelsey Nicole continues to rise as one of the top talents in the entrepreneurial world. So she's using this kind of image. This is the kind of image that she's using to claim her innocence. I'm an entrepreneur. I had nothing to do with the shooting. Yeah, she uses this kind of influence and image to convince others that hey, it ain't me. Clear my name. See, this is the kind of imagery that she's using. See, she's one of the top talents in the entrepreneurial world. Look, see, this is what she's using. So she says she's in a male-dominated industry. This is what she's doing. She's from Houston, Texas. This woman here is from Houston, Texas. The one that you're looking at on the Instagram. He's from Houston, Texas. This same chick right here. This one right here. From Houston, Texas. This same one right there. Entrepreneur. So she uses this, like I said, she's using this as a clean image to portray that she's innocent or what, you know. This is it here. Look, entrepreneur. She had with her business acumen, her dexterity to business. See, they say the type of business that she's in. See. She's the brains behind the business in the artist management and relations over the last decade. Worked her way to the top of her firm. Can management, media services, talent and brand management, production coordination, dealing with models, actors, and more. Creative director and founder of the CEO of the firm. See, 2021, she worked on various forms of engaging digital content for social media platforms. See. So this is what I'm saying. This is the type of image that she is trying to use. This is what she used. This is what she used at the time. This clean cut image of entrepreneurship. This is what she's using to clear her innocence, to make her innocent of the Tory Lanez shooting at that time, and it worked. It worked brilliantly. Until it worked brilliantly, like I said. Until her guilty conscience caught up to her. And we did a video on this earlier today. Her guilty consciousness caught up to her. And then she confessed to the shooting. She confessed it. She confessed to the shooting of the Meg Thee Stallion shooting. Yeah. Or I should say sorry. The bodyguard overheard her talking. The bodyguard overheard her talking, saying that she popped the shooting at Meg Thee Stallion. The bodyguard overheard her talking that. Kelsey's bodyguard. See? So I mean, you try to hide a good image for a long time, and then look, see now all this guilty conscious stuff comes up now. Yeah, so all of a sudden it's coming up. See, ever since Tory Lanez got stabbed 14 times. 14 times. Now all of a sudden your guilty conscience comes up. your guilty conscience comes up, and it makes you feel a certain way. Look. Oh man, look, see, everything starts to unravel. Everything comes out now. Look. See? So all that time she's been lying the whole time. My name's cleared, and all this trying to claim her innocence. Oh, that whole time. See? And then look. A year later, look what happened. A year later, look. Oh man. Hit the like and subscribe button for more entertainment news, Celebrity Gossip TV. That's it. And nothing else to see. That's it. You know, the proof is in the pudding. Everything's there. So, hey, now I got nothing else to say about this. That's it. You know what they say? At some point, the skeleton's got to come out the closet. So, they came out the closet. Hit the like and subscribe button. More entertainment news, Celebrity Gossip TV. Until next time, peace and out.